Welcome to the Adtile Motion Store. In this tutorial, we're going to take a deeper look at the editor settings and demonstrate how to quickly create and publish a new project on Twitter. The Adtile Motion Store is known as the world's largest mobile creative hub, with its current library of more than 90 fully editable templates and growing. Adtile-designed templates have been built upon the core belief that the user experience comes first, and that reliable, high-quality experiences can be easily generated and maintained at large scale and distributed to a global audience. To achieve this, each template has been designed around Adtile's patented framework of mobile sensors and carefully designed human interface. When you enter the Motion Store, the first window you see is the Projects window. This is where you can browse all previously saved projects. To begin creating a new project, click the orange plus button in the lower right corner to bring up the New Project window. Here you can scroll up and down to select which template to use for the new project. At the top of the New Project window, there are tabs to sort the templates by category. There are currently 6 categories to choose from. As an example, let's create a portrait tilt box perspective template. The selected template is indicated by the highlighted orange border and center checkmark. Preview the template by clicking the eye icon just above the template and scan the displayed QR code. View supported browsers and devices by clicking the information icon. When ready, click the Create Project button in the lower right to load the selected template. This brings us into the Motion Store editor. The large central view shows the page flow for the template. On the right is the Editorial Tool menu, and along the top is the navigation bar for changing the template page size, scale the view, save, publish, and preview the project. Click on the Property tab in the Editorial Tool menu and give the project a unique name. The total project size is always optimized with our built-in compression tools. The Motion Store supports all industry ad formats. For example, click the Is Expandable toggle to specify different expandable in-stream sizes. The Box Perspective template has 5 pages. The first page on the left is for the initial view. It is the first page that is loaded and instructs the user how to transition to other pages. The next 4 pages are for each appropriate transition direction, in this case the sides of the box. Each of these pages contain a brand call to action button, among other elements. Note that Adtile templates are preloaded with sample content and default settings for all elements. To upload your own content and change these settings, use the available options in the Properties tab of the editorial menu for each element in the template. When you select an element, it is highlighted by a blue border with the element's name displayed above it. Let's get started editing the background image elements. Select the first page on the left in the Template Flow window by clicking anywhere on the page where there is no other element. Notice that the background image box appears at the top of the Properties tab. When you click in this box, a file browser window appears. Navigate to and select the new image file to upload and press the Choose button. An error message will appear if the file does not meet the required properties for this asset. Below the background image option, there are 3 more options to scale and position the image on the page, and select the fill color used when the image does not fill the entire page. Repeat these steps to modify the background image of the other pages. Now let's edit a text element. On the second page, select the text element near the center of the page. There is a built-in rich text editor and font family system. Brands can also upload their own custom multi-language fonts, which will automatically be saved for future use under their Motion Store account. You can change the text alignment, underline and capitalize characters, change the background fill color, text size, line height, and character spacing. Follow a similar approach to modify the other elements. Next, let's edit some of the layout capabilities. Select the Call to Action button near the bottom of the page and click the Layout tab in the Editorial menu. Here you can adjust the padding and margin for the button, as well as the border style, width, and radius. For example, select Dotted for the border style, increase the border width to see more of the border, and increase the corner radius to bevel the corners of the rectangular button. Any element or the entire page can be made interactive by opening a URL or video when the element is tapped. To see which elements already have a link, select the Interactivity tab of the editorial menu and select through the different elements to see which ones already have a link. In this case, the play and the call to action buttons are linked by default to Adtile's homepage URL. You can add a link to a specific platform, app store, or map, or replace the link with a video by activating the Play a Video toggle. As an example, let's replace the URL link on the Call to Action button with a deep link that opens the user's default map application and searches for nearby Apple stores. Select Link to Map in the Interactivity drop-down menu and enter the search term Apple Store. After all modifications have been made, make sure to save the project by clicking the Save button in the navigation bar. To see an immediate preview of the project, click the orange Preview button in the upper right in the navigation bar. A preview window appears with a link to the current project. You can use a camera to scan the QR code of the link, or copy the link and paste it into your web browser. The project will load and play in the browser immediately. By manipulating content within the supplied elements, the viewable content is scaled appropriately on all screen dimensions, and animations are kept seamless with responsive sensor controls. This is an example of one of the great core features built into the Motion Store, which guarantees a unique, high-quality experience across a diverse mobile landscape. To see a list of all the template elements, open the Elements tab in the editorial menu. You can show all the element edges and hide individual elements by clicking on the eye icon to the right of the element's name. It is helpful to see how the project will look on different screen aspect ratios. To change the size of the template pages, click and select the leftmost Size drop-down menu in the navigation bar and select any of the specified device sizes. This has no effect on the actual saved project and is to help the designer with visualization in the creation process. To create the Adtile card asset, start by clicking the Adtile Card tab in the editorial menu. Upload an in-stream image by clicking in the gray plus box and navigate to the image file. Then specify a title, description, and site. When finished, click the orange Preview Card button to immediately preview how the card will appear. Additionally, copy and paste the generated URL into any desired social feed application to test externally how the card will appear. Once you are ready to publish the project, click the Publish drop-down menu in the navigation bar, select Publish Card, and click the orange Publish button in the pop-up window that appears. Your organization will receive an email with links to the final project and the Adtile Analytics dashboard to monitor the project's performance. Let's test the project by tweeting the final project on Twitter. Copy the project URL from the email provided. Open Twitter and paste the URL into a new tweet. Find a new tweet in your feed and click to open the project. The Motion Store raises the bar for human excellence in human interface design and device support. We put the power in your hands to deliver engaging and unique user experiences across mobile browsers and operating systems. With this industry-unique Creative Cloud for building mobile experiences, you can publish in a multitude of different ways, including standard web tags, MRAID tags, social media apps, chat apps, SMS, and any existing content management systems, or even directly in web pages. Thank you for joining us in this tutorial for creating and publishing an Adtile Motion Store project.